Hi there, Katie. I hope your vacation is going well and you guys are having a good time. Looking forward to seeing you next week, either on Zoom or if you're making it in person. Either is fine with me. This video lesson for today. There are two things I want to talk about, but they're pretty important for the song "Who Will Stop the Rain." It's a new technique that I want to introduce, and I'll introduce it today, and then we'll talk more about it next week when we're going over that intro for the song, which has that tricky D chord switch. It's quicker. All right, let's do it. So first thing is D chord, right? Let's see, here's a movie so you can see me better. So with the D chord, obviously you play like this, right? But since you're getting better at switching your chords, especially with the Neil Young tune and the wagon wheel tune, you're starting to get a really nice sound out of your guitar. It's blending really nicely. So now we can add another level of difficulty to the chord changes. So you could play. How's that go again? Sorry, I pulled the rhythm. That right there. So we have something you add to the D chord, or the D chord is a low F sharp. Basically what we're doing is we're playing a D chord, and sometimes to make things voice lead or have the notes move smooth from one to the next, we can add extra bass notes into the chord. So I know I was always ragging on you to play the D chord but only the top 4 strings. This is one that you can actually fret you actually strum through all 6 strings. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your D chord, and you take your thumb and you're gonna throw it over the top. It doesn't need to go super far, but just far enough to kind of hook the top over here, right? And to do that, if you watch my wrist, see my wrist is kind of popped up a little bit. So normally when you play a D chord, your wrist is down this way, it's nice and straight, hopefully. We're gonna play these chords so your wrist isn't angled too much, right? It's a nice little bit of a bend in the wrist, but not very much. So you have your D chord here, and then you just take your thumb and just go over the top, and you're gonna hook onto the 2nd fret of the 6th string. This chord I've written here in the handout is D/F sharp. What that means is that the D, the letter on the left side, that is the chord that's being played, a D chord. And then you put a slash, and then you put another note right there. You put an F sharp. D/F sharp, what that means is you're playing a D chord slash with an F sharp in the bass. So I've taken that F sharp that's on this 6th string right here on the 2nd fret, because E, F, F sharp, that's what the name of that note is. You take your thumb and you throw it over the top and you hook that note, right? So now I'm actually like, so if I didn't have it there, it would sound like this. I'm hooking that thumb over top and I pop the wrist up just a little bit, nothing too crazy. And you also, if you get the 5th string rings, that's fine. It might get muted by the pad of your thumb. That's fine too for this kind of style of guitar. So if you listen from the G chord and then go to the D/F sharp, you hear how it walks down and then to the E minor. So when they wrote the song, they probably had it in mind. That bass line to walk down and then back up again when they came back to the G chord after playing the E minor chord. So I think it's totally meant to be in there. I think the tab is right. It sounds like it from the recording to my ears. So what you'll do, this is what I want you to practice, is first get comfortable with the chord shape. So don't be a hero and try to strum through the song right now with this in here, because it's a brand new technique. So I want you to get comfortable with it first. So you play your D chord, and throw that thumb over top, hook that string. Nice. It's not like oh my gosh, that sounds like a brand new chord. It's very subtle, but I think it's neat. It's like a little spice added to the meal. You don't want to put too much in there, just enough to give you a hint. So that thumb hooked over. So we go from, and then we move into the 2nd part of the assignment, which is the intro riff. Like I said, don't worry about playing the chords yet with the strum pattern. Just play the changes. So 1st chord G, give it a strum, transition to D/F sharp, and then I would do that back and forth a few times. G, G, /F sharp. And then E minor. Same thing, D/F sharp, F sharp coming back to G, D/F sharp. And when you do that, watch my wrist. Kind of jumps up a little bit. So let that kind of help you. So if you try to do this, and then try to shoehorn in there, it doesn't work so well. Hook the thumb over top, E minor, everything goes back to normal. And hook the thumb over top, and then that's how you play a more accurate version of Who Will Stop the Rain. Cool, so work on that for me. If you get home and you watch this and you have questions about anything I talked about or anything in the previous video, don't hesitate to shoot me over a message. I'll be happy to look at a video or something of you playing. I'll give my 2 cents and let me know if you have any questions. And with that being said, looking forward to seeing you same time next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.